Hello and welcome back to another episode of Taking Control of Cancer, the podcast brought to you by the North East London Cancer Alliance. I'm Steve Bland, and this is another one of our news episodes where we see how cancer is making the news and shaping the news here in England. And I am joined as ever by Femi Odewale, who is the Managing Director of the North East London Cancer Alliance. Femi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you, mate. And this is all about October and the news, the ways in which cancer has been in the news in October. How's October treated you?
It's getting cold. It's really getting cold.
Yeah.
So, it's getting cold. And of course, we're starting to see our leaves falling. It's typical October.
Are you a summery man, or do you like the October months? I see you as you get your roll necks on, get your big overcoat on,
No, I'm a
get the
summer guy.
fire. You're a
I'm
summer
a
guy,
summer guy. Yeah, I'm certainly a summer guy. I love the
right?
summer. I love the heat. But anyways,
Yeah.
let me not take us too far away
Well,
into my preference of weather.
Yeah, we have got loads and loads and loads to talk about because, as ever, it's a busy month in the world of cancer. The one I want to start with, Femi, if it's okay, um, because of the piece on the BBC News website. This is from our friends at Menopause and Cancer, and it's all about a survey they've done of 1,200 people, and the results. But one of the kind of headline results is that campaigners are calling for menopause support to be included in cancer treatment plans. And we had Danny Binnington, the founder of Menopause and Cancer, on one of our episodes. It was a few months back. You can find it in the previous episodes. It was absolutely brilliant, and it was something. I don't know if you're of the same opinion as me, but something that I found that I knew very little about, and it's such an important topic. I was chatting to someone today actually who is was treated for her cancer 2 or 3 years ago. She's into like scans every 6 months now, but she was talking about the impact of cancer beyond
Yeah,
what people think is just the impact of cancer. When you finish your treatment, you don't just run off into the sunset. And I think the impact on menopause and cancer do a lot of work in this way. The impact is huge, isn't it?
it is. And like you, I was completely surprised as well. So just before we invited her to do a podcast with us, we had a lovely email from her just to say, look, just raising awareness, this is what we do. So we invited her to do a team meeting with us. And all of us were completely shocked. And we work in the world of cancer, and there was so much that we didn't know about a lot of the menopause, the symptoms,
Yeah.
um, and everything else that she spoke about in her article. But it was interesting, and yeah, you're right. I mean, really interesting topic, really interesting woman, and actually raising the awareness is and how she raises it and how she kind of talks about it is phenomenal and really easy to follow.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think that kind of quite broadly speaking, we do need to be a bit better at looking after people beyond what you would see as the end of their traditional cancer care? There's a lot. The impact goes, as I said before, goes well beyond the end of your treatment. Do you think, as a cancer system, not just in Northeast London, but as a cancer world, we need to get better at recognizing the longer term effects of cancer?
100%. You know, the impact on people's lives beyond that, as you mentioned, is broad. But also, that's why we have things like the personalized care program, which is a national program. Cancer Alliances have a localized version as well, where we really start to home in on a patient's pathway and how we ensure that linking through the remainder of the pathway, we can ensure that patients receive a personalized care journey. But one of the key things that we found is that actually the information that they have, how they prepare for, we did our pre-op or post-op. I think we did an episode on that as well. I think
Yeah,
we did
yeah,
an
we did.
episode on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And it's so important that they have one, a tailored pathway, two, they have all the information that they need and they're well prepared and they know what to expect before and what to expect after. So, and in some of these areas that people just think that, it's symptoms are all the same or things are all going to be the same. It's important for them to have that education and for us to be able to provide that level of
yeah.
intel for them.
Absolutely right. Strictly, Strictly. Femi, are you a Strictly fan?
I am. I'm not. To be honest with you, I don't really watch that much TV. I used
Yeah.
to be when I used to watch a lot more TV. But yeah, I mean, when it came on, I used to watch it. But yeah, I mean, I know this topic that you're about to go on to, but yes, I am a Strictly
Are
fan.
you a dancer as well, Femi? I see you maybe
Ah,
as someone who could shake the hips a little bit.
you know what? I can move like Jagger. Wouldn't that be good? I got moves like Jagger. No, I've got two left feet. And yeah, I got two left feet. I wish I could. I sometimes, I mean, I'm keen to go on the dance floor, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It's an embarrassing moment, but hey, I'll always give it a go.
Well, listen, I'll tell you, someone who can dance is Alex Kingston, is one of the contestants this year on Strictly, and she has been talking to the Independent about her womb cancer journey, and the article actually goes into all the symptoms of womb cancer, and it's brilliant. Again, we've talked before, haven't we, about
Yeah.
people who are in the public eye talking about their cancers, their experiences with cancer, all the highs and lows and everything in between. And it's another opportunity for us to mention the "You Need to Know" campaign. We talked about it going
Mm,
way back with Karen
yeah.
Hobbs, like
Yeah.
first or second episode we ever did of the podcast. Um, Womb cancer, the fourth most common cancer in women in the UK, behind breast, lung, and bowel, affects 9,700 people a year, according
Yeah.
to the Eve Appeal. It's a cancer that we need to keep talking about. It's in that category of cancers that down there, the areas we don't, we're
Mm.
sort of not very good at talking about.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, we've got quite a few episodes perhaps touching on this
Mm,
actually on our podcast. But again, my views on celebrities raising the awareness. I think it's so important that they do, and I'm glad that Alex was able to do that in this as well. But as you mentioned, we've got the Need to Know campaign, which is something that has won multiple awards and been shortlisted for other awards as well. And it's something that we have been doing to raise the awareness of the main symptoms of womb cancer. So again, that's a piece of work that we're doing. We've also we're also doing a focus piece actually on ovarian cancer also as well. It's just so important to raise awareness on these topics, especially every engagement that we have and every awareness raised saves lives.
yeah.
And even if it's celebrities raising the flag on it.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? The next one I want to get into, October. We're recording this in end of October. It's about the news in October. October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's a piece on the BBC website about a lady called Sarah Weldon, who's from Dorset, but she's living in Lyon in France, when she uh, was repeatedly, she says, turned away by health
Mhm.
professionals because they said she was too young to get breast cancer. Now she's since been diagnosed uh, with breast cancer, and she's raising awareness of the symptoms. But I think more importantly, the message that cancer's so indiscriminate, isn't it? You can't just think because I'm of a certain age demographic, I'm a certain race or ethnicity, I won't get a certain cancer. I'm too old for this one. I'm too young for this one. I'm too fit for this one, or whatever it is. We see over and over and over again these stereotypes being busted because cancer's so indiscriminate.
Yeah. And it is. I mean, and I've mentioned to you before that cancer used to be when I was younger. You just think that cancer is an old person's disease, and it's changing. I mean, different cancers are aggressive, and we are seeing a rise in younger adults getting cancer. And I know a lot of people have experienced it, and we've seen a few people on our podcast. But again, when it comes to this particular topic as well, I mean, this is an area that we have been raising as a Cancer Alliance. We've been, excuse me, we've been raising a lot of awareness on. We did, especially trying to engage with younger adults. So we did a piece with Copperfield. I hope I pronounced that but brilliant. We did quite a few campaigns with Copper Field to raise awareness of cancers in young adults as well. And there is such an importance in doing so because it's not as as stereotype as we think it is in this day
Yeah,
and age. So
yeah,
this was quite heartbreaking in reading that actually, she was turned away quite a few times.
yeah,
And I think that, even as cancer alliances and as the NHS, we've got a lot of work to do on just continuously saying that actually it doesn't look like, as you mentioned, it doesn't look like
yeah,
a certain race, it doesn't look like a certain, cancer is cancer.
yeah.
And we just need to raise awareness of their symptoms.
That work with Copperfield, actually, the campaign, a new campaign I think is being launched called "Put Yourself First," um,
Mm,
all about breast screening, and we did an episode a few weeks back about this. And the uptake, across the country isn't great, but Northeast London it's really poor, and we know that there are certain factors going into that. A lot of the diversity, a lot of the access people have for various reasons, the health inequalities that people are kind of battling against, or kind of victims of. But it's really important to keep emphasizing that message that where screening programs are available, if you qualify
absolutely.
for one, if you qualify for one, you are one of the lucky ones. Yeah, because not everybody qualifies for them. Certain ages and certain categories of people. If you qualify for a screening program, get yourself in.
Absolutely. And I think that is a very key message there as well. But also, I mean, another on top, in addition to that as well, throughout the month of October, we've been supporting we've been supporting the breast cancer awareness. It was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we've been supporting a number of campaigns and pushing that narrative as well through our engagement with communities
Mm,
and so have other cancer alliances actually as well. Other cancer alliances have been doing the same. It's a national thing,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's just important to raise the flag in this one.
Let's go into now, Femi, a piece that's been actually co-authored, well, co-authored by a chap called Ben Lamb, who, if any listeners cast their mind back to an episode we did on MDTs, Ben came in and talked to us about the inner workings of MDTs, and Ben has co-authored uh, an article in the British Journal of Urology, Urology International. Sorry, I should get its proper title, on prostate cancer. And it's all about supporting non-surgical interventions for patients with early prostate cancer on active surveillance. So, I guess, kind of broadly, it's not just prostate cancer. People are looking at this now. Um, we're looking at ways of maybe different ways of attacking different cancers non-surgically, uh, but also a good opportunity for us to talk about the "It's Not a Game" campaign, which you guys have run really successfully. We've talked a few times about that on this podcast before.
Yeah, just to go back slightly,
Yeah,
because I really love this article,
yeah,
and Ben Lamb is one of our surgeons that works at Barts Health, who co-authored this article with Professor Ranjan. And I think one of the key things, the reason I'm obviously pushing this because it's one of our surgeons,
yeah, yeah,
and
absolutely.
he also one of our leads is one of our clinical leads that supports the Cancer Alliance a lot actually. So I just wanted to just firstly thank them for the work that they've done on this, and I think it's an amazing article. Those that haven't seen it, please take a look at it at the British
I'll
Journal.
share it in the show notes as well for this
Oh, perfect, perfect.
episode.
And again, we've done quite a lot of work on this. We've had podcasts. I mean, you mentioned It's Not a Game campaign. Again, that's another um, a campaign that we've done to raise awareness on the signs and symptoms of cancer. We've got some podcasts, actually, quite a few podcasts, I think, on this
Yeah, we
topic
have.
as
Yeah,
well.
one of the first ones we ever did, actually, with a guy called Kevin Kibble, who talked about his own prostate cancer and a lot of the work that he's been doing uh, to raise awareness. It's so interesting. We've talked before, haven't we, Femi, about
Absolutely, yeah.
1 in 8, 1 in 4 black men, will get
Mm.
prostate cancer as well. It's a topic
Yeah.
we can't talk about enough.
No, and there's been other awareness campaigns, even much more targeted at the communities that are of higher risk. Again, it's November. You and I have got our mustache and our beard.
I
I
can't.
mean, you're doing a
I
better
can't,
job
no,
than me.
I can't
You
do a
really
moustache.
are.
You see, no, but I can't because I'd be divorced within about half an hour if I shaved the beard off and just left a moustache. Honestly, I look ill. So I try and support Movember in every way that I can, apart from committing to a
Shaving off the
moustache.
rest of the beard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not
not
a
gonna
good one.
lie. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. I don't think I'm
Yeah,
gonna take the risks of that. I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to get my beard to join. But I no, I didn't say. I'm saying it now on record. I'm trying to get my beard to join, so I'm not really gonna take the risk of shaving the rest off and focusing on the mustache. However, though, as an alliance, we are gonna be putting out a whole load of social media content again to raise further awareness on this topic through the month of November. November. Um, so again, it is that month every single year that we continue to raise awareness. And of course, this is going to be one of the topics that people are going to see quite a lot of content on from us as
yeah.
well.
I love Movember. It's just brilliant. Like, I think we've got into it a few times, haven't we? Us men, we're not great at talking. We did I can remember we did an episode on Movember with a rugby player called Johnny Williams, who plays for Wales, who talked about his testicular cancer. We did it on our You Me and the Big C BBC podcast, and
Mm,
the listening numbers actually were quite a lot less than they were for some of the more traditionally female cancer topics that we did, and it really interested me. It just kind of told me, or kind of informed the size of the issue and the size of the challenge when it comes to getting men actually properly engaged with understanding their bodies and their health. Prostate cancer, but also testicular cancer is one from November as well.
yeah,
Getting guys, we need to be checking ourselves, weekly, monthly, regularly,
absolutely.
to make sure there's nothing going on, because um, while these things are treatable, they're much more treatable if we can catch them early.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, Femi, yeah, that's another quick whistle stop tour through a month. And I think, yeah, next month we shot some November actually. Now I'm sure when we come to our November look back, there'll be loads
Mm.
of cool stuff from November, because it's one that we see some pretty daring moustaches, don't we? In
We do.
November. So I think we'll touch on that and try and, I don't know, I don't know if we can put some pictures up or something when we come and
You're
talk
gonna
about
come
it.
back with one of these. You're gonna come back with one of these
Handlebar.
curly type mustaches.
I just think I would get divorced. I'd have to be divorced. I think my marriage would not
Just tell
last
it
a
just 1
moustache.
month, just 1 month.
Yeah, I just look ill. If I shave off the beard, I just look ill. So anyway, we'll leave it on that. We'll leave it on that cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Um,
cool.
we'll talk again in a month, and we'll see how we got on with our moustaches.
Okay,
All right,
catch you
Femi.
then.
Thank
Thanks,
you
dude.
so much, mate. Take care.
All right, see you.